welcome back to my channel. I'm James. Today I've got an exciting new episode in my very popular and highly requested video series, Top Upcoming 4K UltraHD Blu Ray Movies and TV Series Releases, Big 4K Movie Announcements, Reveals, Collector's Film Chat number 21. And I always have a blast doing this video series. It's great to be able to share all of this insider studio information that I'm privy to, things that are sent to me from studios early to let me know about either restorations they're working on, releases that are coming out here soon. And in this video, I compile all that information together and pick up where the last video in this series left off. And if you haven't checked out my previous releases in this video series, you'll want to check out those as well. They cover a bunch of hidden and unknown releases that a lot of people aren't aware of or constantly coming out. So if you're looking for more announcements, more big reveals and things, you'll want to check out all the videos in this previous video series. Now, it's always very important if you're going to buy or add any of these releases to your collection, always use those direct Amazon sale links I posted right down there below. I've done all of the work for all of you. I gathered them all together and I post every single one of them as a pinned comment in the comment section right below this video. Those links down there are very important and help me to be able to keep creating content just like this for many years to come. But they never cost you, the viewer, even a penny extra, and they're on sale for the same price as everywhere through those links I posted down below. So make sure any of these you're excited for, that you want to either pre-order or buy, always use those direct Amazon sale links I posted right down there below. Now to start off with here, we're going to start off on January 9th. On this day and date, we're getting Blood Simple. This is Joel and Ethan Coen's along with Barry Levinson as basically cinematographer, and they basically created a very noir crime mystery film. It's very engaging. I really think a lot of their films are very multi-layered. Now this is coming out with a brand new 4K digital restoration with brand new Dolby Vision and HDR10 color grading and master. This is coming out from the Criterion collection. Both the director, cinematographer were all involved in approving and working on this restoration. They wanted to make sure it looked correctly and looked the way that it was intended to look. So this is one I'm excited to check out. Now, another release that's kind of more a guilty pleasure for me. I won't say I absolutely love the film, but it's one of those I've seen probably a dozen times. So I guess you can't say I hate the film either because I've watched it so many times. It's got some good humor and it's got a touching story in a way as well in it. It's called Varsity Blues and it came out in 1999 and it's about a high school football team. There is a massive supporting cast of who's in it. It really is one of those football films I grew up watching. I watched it many times in college and it was one of those things that it kind of just grew on me and I kind of just watched it over and over again. Every time it was on TV, I'd watch it again. Well, Paramount did reach out to me and they are planning on sending that to me early for review for me to dive into and test for all of you. But this is getting a brand new 4K restoration with Dolby Vision and HDR10. So I'll be interested to see how this turns out and how much of an upgrade it is over the previous Blu-ray release. Because like I said, it is kind of one of those guilty pleasure films where I watch it and I can't say I absolutely love it, but I can't say I hate it, but I enjoy it every time and that's why I watch it over and over again. So this is one you want to make sure, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to go down there and give this video a like and a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. That way you never miss out on any of my early or advanced reviews. I do them constantly here on this YouTube channel, and I constantly have stuff coming in from the studios early for me to dive into and test and review for all of you. So to make sure that you never miss out on any of that content, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there and make sure you hit that bell notification. Now, another release from Criterion Collection is the Apu Trilogy. Now, these are films from 1955 to 1959. I've personally never seen them, and no offense, but I'm not exactly excited for the films themselves to see them on 4K either. But they are getting brand new 4K digital restorations by Criterion Collection. And that's of all three films. And they will, all three films, have a brand new uncompressed monaural soundtrack. So for those of you that are fans of those types of films, they are coming in a box set from Criterion Collection. As I said, I'll put all the direct Amazon sale links and pre-order links down there below. So any of these you are wanting to pre-order or buy, make sure to use those links down there below. Now, another release on January 9th is BloodRayne from 2005. This is the U-Bowl craptastic masterpiece, some people say. But for me, it's always one of those things, U-Bowls films, the actors always seem kind of drunk through their roles. half alive, half paying attention, which I guess fits this film because it's about a vampire. I have seen it before, and I said it's kind of more a craptastic cult classic masterpiece. I don't even know how to... Man, there's some people that absolutely love the film, but to me, it's just kind of a craptastic. You sit back, if you've had enough to drink or something, then maybe you'll enjoy it. But it's one of those that really surprised me that I heard and found out about, that it's getting a brand new 4K scan of the original camera negative with brand new HDR10 color grading and master, approved by the original director himself, Uwe Boll. Now, I personally think there's about a million other films out there that I would have preferred to get a 4K release, but in this time and date, you really don't ever know what we're gonna get on 4K. We could get something that's craptastic, or we could get something that's absolutely an amazing masterpiece that finally gets a 4K restoration. So it is really a crazy time, so I guess it's a good thing this is coming out just for the fact of that it shows that physical media is not dead. We're getting craptastic pieces like this. They're getting brand new 4K scans and new color gradings. So that's a good sign because it means there's enough life in the physical community that they're constantly bringing out new titles. Now, if this is one you're interested in or excited in, or you haven't checked it out before, it is based on the video game series. And I will say the video game series, I think, had a better story in it, but this kind of goes off in new directions, and it's a weird film. I mean, I'll just be honest with you. It's a really weird film. It's got such weird pacing throughout it. But it is coming out on 4K on January 9th. Now, moving ahead to January 16th, we're getting Gareth Evans' The Raid Redemption. And this is the action film from 2011. Now, this is getting a brand new restoration and a completely redone and brand new color grading and master with Dolby Vision and HDR10. Now, I can tell you this is coming in a limited edition SteelBook. So this is another one of those Sony limited edition Dolby Vision HDR10 transfers. So it will only be available for a limited time till it sells out. And I can tell you Gareth Evans himself has been working on this for the last several years on this brand new restoration with new color grading, and it dramatically changes the looks from the things he's posted of what it's actually going to look like versus the original release. So I'll be interested to check this one out and see how much of a difference it is from the previous Blu-ray release, because from what Gareth Evans has been sharing himself, it's a massive night and day difference and drastically improves the look of the film overall. And it's a great action film, but just remember, don't wait too long if you're wanting to buy or pre-order this, because it is a limited edition SteelBook from Sony. Once they do sell out, you know the story and how it goes. I'll put that sale link down there below if you are wanting to pre-order. Continuing January 16th, we're getting Lone Star from 1996. This is one of those murder, mystery, really well done, kind of like a modern Western mixed together with a murder mystery and kind of tying the past to the future. And it's a really well done film, and it is very enjoyable. Well, this is coming from Criterion Collection, and it's getting a brand new 4K restoration with brand new Dolby Vision and HDR10 color grading and master. This is one of those titles from Criterion that I am excited to check out, though I have been asked a lot why I don't do tons of Criterion Collection reviews here on this channel. Well, to answer that, for some reason, Criterion Collection never sends out any of their titles to reviewers for early review ever. And I've reached out to them, I've talked to them dozens of times over the years. They said it doesn't matter what reviewer you are, they don't send anything out for review. So because of how expensive their titles are, I have to limit with the budget I have here on this channel to determine what I think is going to be profitable enough to review, dive into, and if it's going to be supported enough. And sadly, a lot of Criterion Collection's releases that I have reviewed, spent the money on, done all of the testing, analysis, and image comparisons, they simply have not been searched for or watched nearly enough, and therefore the videos have not been profitable enough for me to continue making them with the little bit of money that I have that I use as a budget for the channel to get titles in like that. So that's specifically why. If Criterion Collection's releases were supported more, and I noticed a big increase in people watching and supporting them, I would do more of them, but they just simply over the years have always been very poor, and people just simply don't support them. So the data does not stand behind Criterion Collection's reviews, and for the cost of them, that's simply why I don't do as many of them. But if you want to check out one I did recently, I did The Others, and I did a full comparison on that, dived into that, let you know the quality of that. If you haven't checked out that one yet, that is a good Criterion Collection 4K release of a great film. And I did dive into that one, and that one is available right now on this channel if you want to check out that review. Continuing same day and date, we're getting Cutting Class from 1989. Now this new 4K is working from the 2018 4K restoration of the original 35mm camera negative, and it's going to have a brand new HDR10 master. Now this is one of those, I am excited to see how it turns out. It is one of those cult classic films. It's grown over time. It was not very popular when it originally came out in theaters, but it has grown drastically over the years. Now, because they're using the 2018 4K restoration, it'll be interesting to see how that turns out because that is quite a while ago. And I don't know how good the restorations were back at that time, especially in comparison to how much technology has advanced for restorations up till now. But that is another 4K release we'll be getting. Now, continuing same day and date, we're getting Blood Feast. This is the 2016 remake, and it's being presented on this 4K release for the first time uncut with a brand new Dolby Vision and HDR10 master. So those of you that are fans of this film, it is finally coming out on 4K. Now moving ahead to January 23rd, we have one of my most excited titles of the month coming out on this date, and that's Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And this film's from 1990, and it is a great action comedy. One of the best action comedies, actually, that Arnold Schwarzenegger did. I love the combination of him with his gruff style with the kids in class. And I won't repeat some of the lines, though I'm sure some of you will comment down below in the comment section with one of the most famous lines one of the kids says. But it's not something I could repeat here on a YouTube video. But I will tell you, it is a hilarious film. And I love Arnold Schwarzenegger's performance in this. Well, we are finally getting this on 4K Ultra HD. I can tell you Kino Lorber did reach out to me and let me know they are sending that to me early for review as well. So I'll be able to dive into that for all of you and let you know the quality of it. I am so hoping this turns out well, and it is not one of those poor 4K releases because, man, I absolutely love the film, and I've been waiting for it on 4K for a long time. Now, I can tell you this is getting a brand new 4K scan with a brand new Dolby Vision and HDR10 master. If done correctly, this film should look amazing, especially if they leave the natural film grain. And obviously, if they do it correctly with the colors, it is one of those films that has just a very vibrant color palette because all the kids and the way they're dressed from the 90s and all those colorful schemes of their clothes. It should stand out pretty nice. So I'll be excited to dive into this and test this for all of you. Another big release we're getting on same day and date is Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1. Now this is a new direction for Warner Brothers because they're releasing this only in a limited edition SteelBook set. They're going more in the route of limited edition, making these collectible sets for these 4K releases. And this one is a limited edition steelbook set for this, and this is part 1. They are planning on releasing part 2 as well. They're actually already working on it, and I can tell you this will have HDR10 on it. Now, a TV series release that's coming out is Special Ops Lioness Season 1 on Blu Ray. Now, this is coming out from CBS and Paramount. This is Season 1 of one of the streaming service exclusive, actually, TV series. It's pretty darn good if you haven't checked it out yet. I'm excited they're continuing to release their streaming catalog and constantly releasing those on either Blu-ray or 4K. So this is one that's an exciting release that is coming out on Blu-ray that we'll be able to own, so that way it's not a streaming service exclusive. So I do like that these are continuing, and this is another big release. Any of these you're wanting to buy or add to your collection, I've put all those links down there as a pinned comment in the comment section below, so make sure to use those links down there below. Now, moving ahead to January 30th. This is the month of Arnold Schwarzenegger. We are getting another amazing action cult classic fantasy film, Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer, on 4K Ultra HD in a Conan the Chronicles collection as well. Now I can tell you these are limited edition Arrow Video box sets, which means you're going to have 3 choices. You can either buy each of them in individual box sets, or you can buy them in one box set altogether, the Conan Chronicles. It has the same exact contents as each of the individual box sets. You don't miss out on any of that, other than the outside of the box has different artwork. So the Conan Chronicles gets all of the inside contents combined into Conan the Chronicles, but you don't get the outside artwork of the 2 individual releases. So that's what you got to decide. Do you want to spend the extra money to get them each individually, or do you want them in one box set? I can tell you I opted myself for for the Conan Chronicles one because it was drastically less expensive than buying each of them individually because it has the exact same contents. There was some misreported information originally that the Conan Chronicles, Conan the Barbarian was missing stuff in the actual Conan Chronicles set. That is not correct, it's been cleared up. Directly from Arrow Video, it has the same internal contents as both individuals, you just don't get the outside boxing with separate artwork. So I'll post all of those links for both of those and the Conan Chronicles, depending on which one you want, as a pinned comment down below. Now, to share what's actually being done on these, the films are originally from 1982 and 1984. They did brand new 4K restorations of the original camera negatives for both films, along with brand new Dolby Vision and HDR10 masters, including newly restored original mono audio tracks for each of the films. And a massive treat I did not expect to get is we're getting brand new Dolby Atmos remixed audio tracks for each of the films as well. That's a huge bonus. We're getting Dolby Vision, HDR10, and Dolby Atmos, as well as they're remastering and providing the original restored audio mixes as well. So they're not missing out on any of that stuff. They really didn't mess around on these box sets. But it doesn't stop there. For all three cuts of the films of Conan the Barbarian, we're getting seamless branching for all three cuts of the film, and they've all been completely restored, all three cuts of the film. So to give you an example, on each of the cuts of the film, you have the theatrical cut, that's 127 minutes. Then you have the international cut, that's 129 minutes. And then you have the extended cut, that's 130 minutes. Those are all included by seamless branching on the 4K release with 4K restorations, Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision, HDR10. Let me tell you, next to Kindergarten Cop, this is the next most exciting release coming out in the same month. It is a massive Arnold Schwarzenegger month, and I am excited for it, excited really to see how these turn out. Hopefully they are massive improvements over the previous Blu-ray releases, because the Blu-ray releases have always been extremely poor. So make sure if you're going to pre-order or buy any of these three releases, whether you want them individual or in the box set, use those direct Amazon sale links I posted right down there below. Staying with January 30th here, we're getting another big release in John Woo's Silent Night. This is John Woo's return to action filmmaking. He has a great eye for action set pieces, explosions, shootouts, and he returned in this kind of holiday, almost a mixture of Die Hard feeling for an action film. Very much reminds me and fits in with the theme of like Violent Night. If you haven't checked out Violent Night, I did that review here on this YouTube channel previously. It very much fits into that kind of action, hardcore action, holiday Christmas film feeling, and it goes well along with Violent Night. If you like that film, Silent Night fits with that, and kind of throwing them into your holiday rotation. This one is coming out on 4K, and I can tell you it's going to have Dolby Vision, HDR10, and English Dolby Atmos audio mix. This is one I am planning on getting in early for a review. Lionsgate is planning on sending it to me early for a review, so I'll dive into that, let you know the quality of it, let you know if it truly is one of those amazing Dolby Atmos mixes, or if it's kind of a quiet one. I am hoping it's a really good one, because for John Woo's action films, there's so much shooting and explosions going on and everything going on around you. If done right, the Dolby Atmos mix on this could be outstanding. Staying with the same day and date, we're getting the 1981 The Boogens, the monster creature feature horror film. And this is getting a brand new 4K restoration of the original camera negative with a new Dolby Vision and HDR10 master. It is one of those films that's more an acquired taste. A lot of folks from the 80s, you either loved it or you hated it. It has grown more of a cult classic, basically monster, creature feature, horror film cult following. So it is one of those that if you like 80s monster creature features, this is one you're going to want to check out. Staying with the same day and date, we're getting Scarlet Street from 1945. This is Fritz Lang's film noir. It's one of those films that, I don't know, to me, it was different. It didn't go the same direction as a lot of other films from that time period that were more mysteries. It definitely had more over-the-top performances in it, which I guess is more Fritz Lang's kind of like, I don't know, style of the time as well. But it is getting a brand new Dolby Vision and HDR10 master. So this is one I should have in early for review as well. I'm curious to check out how this looks on 4K. Staying with January 30th, and this is the 1996 film. Criterion Collection is releasing it with a brand new 4K digital restoration, and it's going to have Dolby Vision and HDR10 on it. Personally, I'm not a massive fan of the film, so this isn't one I'm super looking forward to, but I know there's a large audience out there that really did enjoy the film and the sequel. It is one of those I do feel is a more acquired taste of a film. Now, any of these films I've been announcing or revealing or talking about, make sure to let me know in the comment section below, what of these are you excited about? What of these are really surprises? What of these are ones that you cannot wait to own on 4K? I always love to hear from all of you. Start that conversation in the comment section below. Let me know what of these you're going to be pre-ordering and buying and what you're excited for. Staying with January 30th, we have a massive day for 4K releases. We're getting The Psychic from 1977. And this is coming with a brand new restoration. And I can tell you it's one of those films I have not seen, but it is one of those I'll be curious to check out if it does come in to kind of see how the quality of it is. I know it's one of those that there's a lot of people that have hammered for years to get this on 4K. Well, this horror film is finally coming out on 4K. Now, continuing same day and date, we're getting Monk Season 3. Now, this season runs for about 640 minutes, and I previously reviewed the previous seasons in an actual compilation video. If you want to know the quality of the previous seasons of Monk, you'll want to watch that video. It's available right now here on this YouTube channel. I dived into it and tested it, analyzed and reviewed it, and I can tell you it was a good release for the first seasons of Monk. And I'm hoping they continue that quality because they are doing brand new 4K restorations on Blu-ray. And I can tell you this series is absolutely hilarious. It's a wonderful murder mystery about a guy that has an OCD. If you have not checked out this TV series, it's a must-own, must-buy TV series. Season 3 is coming out on this day and date, and I can't recommend it enough because I absolutely love the TV series. Now, another massive release on January 30th. We are getting Super Mario Bros. From 1993, 30th anniversary 4K Ultra HD release from Umbrella Entertainment. Now, this is one of those releases I never thought we'd see on 4K ever. Well, Umbrella Entertainment stepped up. They are providing a brand new 4K restoration of the theatrical cut on 4K Ultra HD. But they went the extra mile, and on the Blu-ray, they did work on a new restoration of the work print cut. This is basically the extended cut that didn't make it into theaters. The theatrical cut is what was released. That's getting a brand new 4K restoration on the 4K disc. But they're providing a separate Blu-ray disc that will have an HD, basically restored work print cut version that I'm excited to check out that as well. It's a pretty darn cool box set. And this is one of those that is a limited edition release that honestly I'm amazed we're getting because Disney owns the rights, but because Umbrella's in Australia, basically they were able to get it differently, but Disney will probably never ever release this in the US. Heck, they've never even released it on Blu-ray in the US. So it's a pretty darn cool release we're getting on 4K, and this is a big one to look forward to because it is one of those that has grown in cult status. Personally, I actually enjoy the film. It's not perfect, and I remember seeing it in theaters originally in 1993 and walking out of it saying, you know, it wasn't exactly like Super Mario, but if you go into it with the thought of like a 90s action comedy, you'll have a fun time, and it's got some charm, and over the years it's grown a massive cult following. So this is one I am hugely looking forward to on 4K. Now, any of these titles you're going to buy, pre-order, or add to your collection, as always, it's very important, use those direct Amazon sale links. I did all the work for all of you and gathered together down below. Those links down there never cost you, the viewer, a penny extra, but they're very important to the constant creation of all of these videos you enjoy watching here on my YouTube channel. I'm not sponsored or paid by any studio or anyone. The only way I can continue to create content like this is through you, my viewers and subscribers' support, through using those direct Amazon sale links down there below and joining my Collectors VIP Club. My VIP Club only costs you, the viewer, $1 or $2 every month. But it drastically makes a difference in me constantly being able to create all of this exclusive content you enjoy watching. I just want to say huge shout out and thank you to every single one of you that have joined my Collectors VIP Club and used those Amazon sale links down there below. All of you are very important and valuable, and I really do appreciate all of the support all of you have given me. Start the conversation in the comment section below. Let me know what of these you're excited for. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to give this video a like and a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. As always, I truly hope all of you have a blessed day, and I've always got something new, early, exclusive, and exciting coming out very soon.